All right. Welcome everyone to our AMA with CoinMerge. These guys are very, very well known already. Amazing platform. We'll be going through their project today, and Funk and Lloyd will be representing them. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So Funk, can you introduce yourself and the team behind CoinMerge?
Sure, yeah. I go by Funk. CoinMerge has been around for about 2 years, and I've been the COO, Chief of Operations for CoinMerge for about the entire time. Actually, yeah, since before we started, I was there from day one. I don't know why I said it like that. And I've just been in the crypto space for about 3 years in DeFi, and I kind of just took to it almost like immediately full time. I just loved the opportunity that DeFi provided for financial freedom. But in addition to that, I kind of just love the technology, and that drive and kind of passion for Web3 has kind of kept me in this game for as long as I have been, and just doing it around the clock. So I handle the development side of things, the development of the platform. I coordinate with our UI team, our UX team. Well, I guess I am the UX team, me and Lloyd are. And then I kind of also manage the developer sprints, and just kind of tell them what we want to see on the front end, and then listen to, where they run into issues, and, we either add things or remove things, and kind of just and also finding all those developers. So I kind of go out and find the developers that I need to build different parts of our platform and different parts of our enterprise. I also kind of just oversee marketing, although A1's our chief marketing officer. I just kind of, he ended up kind of taking it over, and he's done a phenomenal job. I'll be talking about him a little bit here. But yeah, that's kind of what I do. I just kind of have my hands in all different parts of the company, and just making sure everything is kind of all unified, and kind of I like to try to be the glue that holds everything together, so that we're all aimed in the right direction for what our business is doing and what our token is doing as well. Lloyd, you're welcome to introduce yourself if you want. If not, I can just introduce you. Well, yeah, so Lloyd is our creative director. So all of the cool aesthetics you see, I like to think that he's really makes the best graphics in DeFi. He just makes amazing aesthetic and branding that he's kind of he's been the mastermind behind this whole entire rebrand that we've done. We used to have a phoenix as our logo. You may have seen it before. Now it's this really cool sea, and we've got this kind of signature aquamarine CMOS, electric CMOS type color that we got going on. It permeates throughout our site and throughout our branding. And you may see dozens of different names in our Telegram, every single one with a custom CMOS branded type logo. And that's all been his work and efforts to create a brand aesthetic, as well as build the entire user interface for the site, and for CMOS, our new product, which I'll get into later. And then I guess I'll just talk. You want me to talk about the rest of the team as well?
Amazing. Yeah, go for it. Totally.
Okay, so A1, he's an absolute boss. He kind of joined our team about a year ago. We just kind of picked him up from the community. We're like, why is this guy getting us trending on StockTwits every day? Like every single day we were trending on StockTwits. We'd be like, SpaceX and Bed Bath and Beyond for whatever reason, and then us. And so we're just like, for some reason, this guy has some kind of talent. So like, we brought him on, and he's just completely overhauled our marketing department, and he's why you see a lot of the energy behind us that we have. He took our Twitter account, which had about 12,000 people, or 10,000. No, it was like 10,000, and there were definitely bots, and a lot of those bots got washed out. And nonetheless, he's gained us about 10,000 real Twitter followers. We're at 18,000, and so in the past 3 months, we've gained about 8,000 Twitter followers. We partnered with you guys. We partnered with Caesars. We've partnered with like over 30 different influencers. So it's just been amazing to watch him kind of work, and he just kind of puts this like selfless, good-natured attitude forward, and people just like him, and then by extension they like us, and so that's been able to push our branding forward and get our name known out there, as you mentioned, that we are known in the space at this point. We are a common entity, and we're hoping to continue to become a adopted staple in DeFi in that capacity. Lastly, I'll talk about our owner, Matthew Goodhead. He came up with the concept of CoinMerge at the very beginning, which in its very simplest form was, what if DEX tools and Telegram were combined? You could chat in the same place you watch your charts. Why is this all separate? Why is crypto all everywhere? Why do I have 50 tabs open? That's his kind of original idea back in 2021 when we launched in June. So we've been around for a long time. And then, of course, our entire development team. I'm not going to go into all of them. We have about 6 in-house developers. Kind of the last position can be a rotating chair depending on what we need. But, everyone works around the clock for us developing our new product, CMOS, which I will get into later. And that's kind of our team.
Amazing stuff, man. Amazing. Sounds like you guys all have a different role to play. And especially, I'm definitely sure you guys do a great job because obviously you guys have come so far. I was actually going to ask where the idea of CoinMerge just came from, but you briefly went over that by talking about your owner.
And I'd love to talk about how it started there. I'd love to talk about where it went and the kind of narrative, the journey that we've been on from that simple idea. If I'm
of course,
okay
yeah. I mean, my second question was going to be just a little bit about the history and how you guys actually started off.
Yeah. So, we launched on I'll talk about the history of the token and the platform too. We launched on the Ethereum network originally in June 18th, I believe, of 2021. So this June, it'll have been 2 years since we actually started our business in token. And then we actually added a BSC chain as well. It was a completely separate token. They weren't bridged much at that time, to the chagrin of our holders. But we've kind of remedied that with this new relaunch, which I'll talk about coming up here soon. And, so we had both these tokens running for about 2 years. And they did really, really well overall. At one point, we had over $1 million worth of pooled ETH and BNB, which at all-time high was, I believe, 40 million market cap that we hit if you were to combine both chains value. So it was a pretty successful token. And then even despite the bear market, we've maintained between a 2 and 4 million market cap average beyond that time. As it pertains to utility, we first released the very beta of CoinMerge.io in September. And just to be completely frank, it was rough. It was rough. It was rough around the edges because development takes time. We needed to find the right people to do the right things. And we finally have, and that's, what we're going to be releasing the first version of this Wednesday is CMOS, the platform. So all this time working, finding the developers to make things right and do things right. And we've basically been putting in 6 months or so of work that we're going to be overhauling the platform on this Wednesday, especially for mobile. So what you see on CoinMerge.io right now is going to be drastically different in a couple of days in a really good way, especially the charting and some of the different features on there, which I'll get into in a bit. But yeah, that's a bit about our history. We've accrued an amazing group of whales. We have 73 different whales who have a good distribution. It's not like one of them holds some absurd percent of the supply, and they're all really, really bullish and have helped hold our floor and also market us and continue. We've got social media groups. We've got a lot of different parts of our business, and the investors and community have been such a huge part of that, and that's only growing as we grow. So that's a little bit about our history.
So one question I've got is you mentioned that you managed to hit a combined market cap of over 40 million. Is that right?
Yeah. It was it was over 1,000. It was 1,000 BNB pooled, and I think it was about like 180 pooled ETH or something like that. And that was when they were at all-time highs. So it was pretty wild.
Yeah, that is crazy. So, obviously that is not a simple and easy thing to do. So talk to us a little bit about how the token, blew up to such success quickly, and whether you guys had a pre-sale, private sale, whatever, just everything about the token.
Yeah. Basically, so we fair launched. What was really cool about how we started is our team started with 0 tokens on both chains. We just put 100% of tokens into Uniswap and said, have at it. We had really nice anti-botting measures, which at the time, the bots didn't get around. They were like kind of clever and innovative. So we had really unbotted launches. And we put 100% of tokens in. So it was just a real free-for-all. And, you know, on launch day, on the first week of launch of our Ethereum token, it got up to 5 million market cap, and it was trending on DEX tools organically and all those different things. It hit CMC in 2 days organically. So it just had a lot of success to begin with. And then we did another marketing campaign like about a month and a half after, and that brought it to an even higher market cap and then back down. And then we just partnered with some really influential people in the space right as kind of crypto was peaking. And those partnerships, including with some basically professional athletes who were friends with us. It wasn't like we would like run out to get celebrities, but we just had a really good network. And our owner does an amazing job with like external connections and meeting people who are, you know, powerful and believe in what we were doing. So all those different connections kind of came together, and people were getting bullish on what our vision was and what we were doing. And it's, you know, it did that slow rise until it hit that critical moment when it kind of mooned and was seeing, you know, millions of volumes every day. So that was a cool part of our history. But of course, the bear market took a lot of things down with it, and it's hard to maintain that sort of market cap in general.
Of course, yeah. I mean, it's not, you know, a simple thing to get to that, and it's even harder to keep it at that kind of valuation. But it sounds like you guys,
I think
how much? Sorry, go ahead.
I think the big takeaway I'd like people to kind of get from that in general that are listening today, and I appreciate it, all you guys listening, is that like we've made this token pump and be successful 3 different times. It's like really mooned, and really this upcoming week is going to be the 4th time. Like there's kind of no doubt in my mind at this point that we've done it 3 times before, and here comes the 4th, you know. And even if people were to buy, and of course not financial advice and all those things, but even if people were to buy at the peak of the 4th one and it comes back down in some capacity, there will be a 5th and a 6th and a 7th, because it's been 2 years of us working on this, and we're not giving up. We're just going harder. So that's kind of the big takeaway I'd like to get from that history.
Amazing, of course. About the fair launch, do you want to give us some of the details, like the hard cap, how much you guys raised?
Well, in the old token or the new one?
Well, the one I guess the old one,
Yeah.
the new one, both.
No, yeah, the old one we didn't raise anything. We just put 100% of tokens in Uniswap and said buy, and PancakeSwap. So we didn't raise a dime. We just
So I guess my question would be like, what was the initial liquidity then? I guess, or initial market cap?
For each token we put in $20,000 with the tokens. So we just out of our own pockets we put 20,000. It wasn't borrowed money; it was just money we had, and so that was nice to not. I think that's a big part of what contributed to our token success. Also, our company has never sold a token in 2 years of existing, so I think those things and just letting the investors have the money. Now, I will say that we had taxes on the token that were Ethereum and BNB redistribution. So technically, there were taxes on the old tokens that the router would sell, and technically give the company money. So I guess in that capacity, you could say, in a weird way, the company sold, but we didn't sell the tokens that we bought. You know what I'm saying? Or that we received. That was only the taxes were the only way we were making any money on the token, and we are at a point where we don't need that anymore. So we're going to a 0 tax token. No pre-sale. It was just added our own liquidity, added our own tokens, and said, let the market decide what it's going to be worth.
Amazing, man. That's crazy. Honestly, I haven't. It's been a very, very long time since I've seen that stuff kind of happen. You know, every now and then you see teams putting in like a couple thousand, like 3,000-4,000, but to put $20,000 for liquidity in both tokens is huge, especially out of pocket.
Yeah. Again, I think you see everything on pre-sale with hard caps and soft caps. So we didn't even have that back then. Pink sale didn't even exist, I don't think, or at least it wasn't successful yet. So We just did a true fair launch, 100% of tokens in. We didn't, as a team, take any. Every token that the team has, we bought or earned back through our revenue, which I'll get into a bit later. And with this new launch, basically what we did is we took both those tokens and ended them and took the liquidity, and we're putting them into this new token, which is going to start with 2 million market cap, zero tax Ethereum network. And we are airdropping the old holders. But again, the price is basically at the lowest it's been in the past year and a half that we're launching it. So it's a great value case for new investors to get into potentially, if they're interested, of course.
Fantastic, man. Well, before we jump into your utility, so what problem are CoinMerge trying to solve, and like how will you guys make a meaningful difference to the space?
So those are, I would say those are definitely two different questions. So I'll answer the first one first. What problem is CoinMerge trying to solve? We're trying to make crypto easier to get into for decentralized finance users. It's like the number one thing is, I mean, how difficult is it to go get your friend who's never done anything in crypto into crypto? I mean, he's got to get a Coinbase account or a Binance account and then wait 2 weeks to, get the funds over. And then you got to teach him about how to get his own wallet and his own keys. He's got to set up his keys, and then he's got to learn how to do Uniswap and go through all these things. And everyone that's been through these things just makes tons of mistakes that lose money. It's like, oh, I didn't know that I had to do slippage and I got front run, or, I sent this to the wrong wallet, or I did this or that and made these mistakes. So basically this huge barrier for people to get from even mainstream blue chip crypto to DeFi. And a big part of that is the separation of everything, of all the different utilities that you have to do to get into crypto and use it. And so our problem that we're trying to solve is put all the crypto utilities that exist into one place. And it's a pretty lofty goal, but if you look at our blueprint for CMOS, which if Lloyd's listening, he can drop in the chat, or any of our other team. We have created a UX and a UI that's going to be able to do that. When we get into the utility conversation, I'll talk about those elements of it. The other thing we're trying to solve in crypto is to be a data provider, and basically make data easier. The other question is, how are we pushing DeFi forward? Well, one, in building that utility, but also with our social media influence that we've been building on Twitter Spaces and Telegram and AMAs and our just social outreach, is to give good projects in DeFi, and even bad projects that will fail from time to time, basically a platform to get their voice heard, basically allow other tokens that also want to push DeFi forward to get their voice, to get their project known to more investors, to reach more people. And that's been a really good monetary source for us, as well as helps bring a lot of name brand recognition to ourselves as a byproduct. So there's tons of good projects in DeFi that are doing amazing things and pushing Web3 technology forward. And we want to give them a stage, both through our platform, as well through our other social media outreach, as well as through crypto data, to help them in their goals to basically push DeFi and Web3 forward.
Amazing, man. Yeah, honestly, I mean, I do agree. I mean, there's been like a couple times where I've tried to like help my friends, like, get on crypto and shitcoins and shit like that. But they just make so many mistakes, and it's just like, it's just so difficult to get people to, get into DeFi. It's easy to tell someone to make a Binance account and go buy Bitcoin, but it's not so easy to go.
Yeah.
It's not so easy to tell them to go to Binance, to then buy BNB, to then transfer BNB to a wallet, and then from the wallet to PooCoin, and then from PooCoin to sell. It's outrageously crazy for a new person, and I completely understand, even though, I've been here in the space for like almost 2 years as well.
I mean, even for an experienced person, you're like, can you go check this wallet address out? And you go to Etherscan by accident. And then, and then it's like, oh, I meant to go to BSC scan, duh. And then you're like on the thing and you're like looking through the TXNs. You're like, what the hell is this TXN receipt telling me? Oh, it's like, oh, that's because it's a tax token. And this is the router doing this. And it's like, it's just really, really hard for even experienced people to understand it. I mean, I'm sure that me and you don't understand all that there is to know about the blockchain.
No, I mean, I don't understand everything either, but I do understand how difficult it can be for someone that is either completely new or just coming from mainstream crypto as well.
Yeah, and then
Intense it
there's
is.
the matter of even what token to buy, even if you do get them into DeFi. I mean, do you got to go get someone to DeFi just to buy this one token, or once they get in, how do they know what to invest in? And that's the other hard part for them.
Of course, I mean, I don't know if you're keeping up with our YouTube channel either, but recently I made a how to get started buying shitcoins on BSC. I made a little
Oh,
tutorial,
nice.
and I
Wonderful.
went through all the steps of this, that, how to set up and whatever. But then I started getting questions: what's a contract address? How do I find contract addresses? What is slippage? What is this? What is that? And it's like, it's not just how to get into this stuff; it's how to stay into this stuff and how to actually, keep yourself. What's the word for it? Like, teach yourself through it as well.
Yeah, and how to not get scammed and also be successful in your trading. That's a whole other level to it. Just being able to get in is half the battle.
Exactly. I mean, I had someone in my DMs a couple of days ago saying, "Oh, I mean, what's this token? I just found like $1,300 worth in my wallet, and I tried to sell it, and suddenly all my BNB is gone." And I'm
Oh
like,
man, the dusters.
"Well, shit, it's crazy how this stuff can happen."
Yeah, and I think that this is just stages of an infrastructure that doesn't support DeFi. Big money isn't as in decentralized finance as it should be. And that's why the technology, there's so much room for entrepreneurs, and that's what we aim to do. And it's a good segue into what our utility is.
Exactly. Yeah. Talk us through your utility and how you guys are doing.
Okay, yeah. So what we started out with was, again, like combining Dex, Telegram, and Dex tools, essentially, like a place where you can have token chat rooms, but then also, watch your charts, or PooCoin, or any of the charting sites, right? So, or Discord, if you're talking about other chat competitors. But that's easier said than done. Telegram is a $30 billion utility. Dex tools is worth hundreds of millions. Or at least because they were the first movers. I mean, I know there's a lot of charting sites out now, but either way, at the time, at 2021, it was like, it was a lofty goal then, but we kind of finally got our footing on it, and that's kind of what the prototype that we built has kind of evolved. And what we're releasing over the course of the next 5 months in stages, starting with Wednesday being the first version, is that same code base, but with drastic improvements and also kind of a renaming of what it is. So what we're naming this platform is called CMOS, which is CoinMerge Operating System. And basically what it is designed to do is have dozens of different applications in it, all for your DeFi, like Web3 trading experiences. And it's going to start with basically about 12 different utilities in it, and it's in version 1, which should be entirely complete by July. We're considering everything from now till July beta that people can go on there and play with and try. So it's on a desktop computer. It's kind of designed to basically work like an operating system, in that you can have multiple windows open, multiple chat rooms open. You can minimize those chats. You could have multiple chat rooms open at the same time. You can have multiple charts open. You can resize. You can have things full screen. And this is all web-based, which is really cool. It's like Web3 based. And it's basically just designed to work like those systems. So in the long run, although we're releasing about 12 utilities by July on it, like sort of pseudo applications, so to speak, we're going to be building a developer kit that will allow third-party developers to make their own applications on CMOS, kind of like an operating system would. And that's kind of the analogy that we're using. So it's not hardware like Windows or Mac, but it's kind of built to resemble that and function that. We do know that the vast majority of users in both crypto and web in general are mobile users. So that's what we're starting with, mobile CMOS version 1. And the desktop will just kind of be piggybacked along with it. As we upgrade the mobile one, the desktop one will receive some of those upgrades, but a big part of CMOS desktop is going to be a little further down the road. So we're starting with the mobile kind of UI and UX with it. The main features are basically categorized into 5 categories. It's a news feed that kind of resembles Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, so to speak. And that utility is really cool because people will be able to post tokens, like projects will be able to post as their project, and users will be able to post as their users. And of course, how you can kind of toggle between the two if you're a user with a project of your own on site. You'll be able to post like live charts because we have our own charting code that we're building. You'll be able to like scroll the news feed and see a live chart moving in real time. So if someone's like, this token just launched, instead of someone doing like a TA screenshot, you can just watch the chart like moving in real time. So that's really cool. Also, you'll be able to like click the buy, like a buy link right from the newsfeed, and a swap modal pops out, and you just buy it right from your eventual CMOS wallet. So you can have tokens in there, or you can connect to your MetaMask from there as well, or your more wallet that you're more accustomed to. So that's kind of the one part. The second part is crypto analysis. That's going to have like just a list of all the projects listed with us, as well as like those individual project pages where you can see their timeline, you can see their crypto data, basically all the analysis of their token, some other cool things like their team, their white paper, their roadmap. You can see all that stuff on the project pages individually. It'll also have charts. The crypto analysis will have charts. It has a voting, so anyone can just go vote for their favorite tokens. You don't have to hold any CMOS or anything else to use it. And then kind of an education page. I'm just gonna briefly go through these. I don't want to waste all your guys' time. The center bottom kind of most tab on the footer is CoinMerge Radio. And this is a lot of people are really excited about. So this is going to be a competitor to Twitter Spaces. And essentially tokens and users will be able to broadcast their own AMAs like this. They'll be able to basically have private VCs with small groups with other people. You know, if they want to have a podcast, it'll have a video component to it. If they want to just play some music for their friends or whatever, you can do that on there. So that CoinMerge Radio, people are pretty excited about in our community. And then trading tools, which will be an integrated NFT marketplace where you can mint collections, kind of like OpenSea. It has an asset tracker like Zerion, which kind of doubles as a block explorer like Etherscan, BSC where you can see all the TXNs of all the wallets. And then it'll have some other trade tools like the swap and all that in there. And then finally, the chat room feature, which is, you know, a competitor to Telegram or Dex tool. So group chats, token chats, DMs, all that. So there's a lot to CMOS, especially in its first version. Also the ability for other tokens to come stake and unstake. So, you know, if users want to stake, if a token wants to go on there and put tokens in our staking pool for their token, they can do that as well. So again, I could go on a long time about it because there's a lot of different features and utilities in there. But long story short, CMOS is the idea that there's a bunch of applications in one place and you'll be able to do almost everything you need to do in your DeFi experience in that one place.
Amazing stuff. Honestly, there's a lot of different utilities and a lot of different, services you guys are kind of offering here. I'm looking at my notes specifically. Quite interested in the ETH and BSC charting and TXN system specifically. By transaction system, do you mean like having your own, like Etherscan, for example, or is that kind of like simplifying that?
Well, I do think that a lot of the utilities will be simplified versions of the major mainstream utilities. And one thing that we did is we came up with this idea to combine an asset tracker with a block explorer like Etherscan or BSC scan. So essentially, like when you go to an Etherscan page of wallet, does it not have a list of all the assets and their USD values in there? It does, right? You click that little drop down, you can see all of the assets, and then you can see all of the transactions, like the transaction receipts. And yeah, we will have that on Wednesday, the first version of that. So you'll be able to paste in a wallet address. We limit it to 5 per person to save for now. We'll allow for just searching for any wallet address as we go along in the future, but you'll be able to save your wallet addresses at least, and you'll be able to see all the assets in there, and as well as every TXN on the blockchain that wallet has ever done. And get those receipts for that. So yeah, there's definitely going to be that Etherscan BSC scan functionality in there. So you don't have to go off site for that.
Okay, cool. So one question that I've got really is that you guys seem to like kind of be targeting the either mainstream crypto trader or people that are completely new to crypto and want to get into to decentralized finance. But do you have any plans to? Sorry,
No, go ahead.
do you have any plans to like not only by simplifying the experience for new people and easing the move over, but do you also plan to kind of offer like an advanced mode, for example, for people who know what they're doing but just want a place to have it all in one go?
Yeah, I would say that the first we're taking on a lot. Like, let's be honest. Like, to rebuild a charting service is an entire tokens utility. To build chat rooms or voice chat or a news feed or a swap, a lot of tokens like this is all they got. So like for us to build all of these different utilities takes a massive amount of development power. And we do so in the short term, offering these services as having a good amount of depth to them, but not necessarily being like overly complicated, is kind of the first iteration. We are aiming more at your average crypto investor, at least in the short term, than necessarily like your person who's doing like leverage trading and like chart analysis and things like that. Like, well, we have features to support those things, but that's not necessarily the demographic we're going for, at least in the short term. We're just trying to make it easier for casual crypto traders, regular crypto traders, and people who've never been in crypto to get into decentralized finance and bridge that gap kind of immediately. But yeah, over time, absolutely, when we've built everything out and we kind of have more features to add, yeah, we would add, for example, our swap, we're going to add stop losses. We're going to add like price notifications and auto swaps. So like you can set, if a token hits this, automatically buy this. Those types of more advanced features will be coming down the pipeline, but not in its first iterations because we don't have the manpower.
Of course, I mean, you guys are definitely taking on a lot. There's a lot of different things to do, a lot of things to work on. Personally, I'd definitely be interested in, obviously down the line when you have the capacity, not just having this for, the average investor, but also for people who are experienced as well. I mean, with the kind of, I like how everything was just going to be in one place. Generally, I see myself personally switching from a lot of different places, from one place to another, from PancakeSwap to Uniswap to DexScreen or whatever. It's nice to have all the things in one place. But just for people to be a little bit more clear for the listeners, which of these utilities are actually live and which are still in development?
Sure. So we have the chat room in its current state is live. We did use some third-party code in the early days, and one of our developers has been spending about 5 months rebuilding like a native chat code from scratch and building the servers out for it. It's really fast. It's much better. And that's coming live the 28th. So again, a lot of it's like this stuff is live, but just not in an optimized version. But the optimized versions are kind of coming around the corner. The charts, again, are live, but we had about 4 months build out on charts, and that's getting switched over this Wednesday. So the charts that you see now, first of all, don't look that good, and they're not like the most functional in the world. But we're replacing them with, in my opinion, the best looking charts in decentralized finance on Wednesday. So that's live now. The education page as well, it's live now, but it, again, needs some work. Eventually, we want this to be like a Wikipedia type thing where you're jumping from article to article to learn about all the different things you do in crypto. It's not there yet. That'll be more like Q3, Q2. And then the project page list and all those project pages, that's live right now. That's pretty much going to be the version that you're going to see as it goes along. The radio is being built. The newsfeed is being built. Those aren't live now. The asset tracker is coming out Wednesday / block explorer. So you'll be able to see all the wallets and TXNs. That's part of the Wednesday release. And you'll notice a lot of these things are happening Wednesday because we're releasing it right before launch to get people hype about the relaunch. That's kind of the long and short of it. You can come into the Telegram or go to CoinMerge.io and see what's in there now and compare it to the roadmap that we released, or the blueprint rather, that gives a full outlook of what the thing's going to be. And we also have a roadmap that has all the utilities being live by July. So including the radio, including the news feed. So it's coming down the pipeline in the next couple months, but the majority of it's coming out Wednesday. So the long and short of that.
Fantastic. So one more thing from me about the charting system you guys are making.
Yeah.
A lot of, in fact, the vast majority of DEX charting systems use TradingView as an actual charting system. Like DEX Screener uses TradingView. I think there's like a very handful of very few that don't use it. What made you want to make your own charting, system and chart viewer as compared to just, slapping on TradingView?
Well, TradingView is in its primary form is just a library for which you put chart data into. Now they have stock data. They have stock data. You can get like a stock data in TradingView, but that's not going to have your decentralized finance tokens. That's going to have your mainstream stocks, maybe Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum. So a big part of any charting system is getting the data. That's the hard part, because not only do you have to get historical data, you also have to build like something to view live data, as well as basically everything in between. So to do that, we had to get our own nodes, our own servers, and basically have web crawlers scanning the blockchain, all the different tokens that we want to look at, or any token at all, really, like DEX tools, to scan if things are happening on the blockchain and then update that data into our database. So it's a very complicated system, and we do use TradingView library because every site does, right? Like DEX tools uses TradingView. Pretty sure Binance uses TradingView. I think they all use TradingView in some capacity. A lot of them use the advanced charts. We opted for the lightweight charts because we can fully customize the look, the style, the features and functionality, and that's more scalable for us because it's just basic JavaScript. So we do use TradingView in that capacity, but all the data, that's where the work is in building a charting system.
Okay, yeah. So I think I understand now. So you guys are going basically more for a cleaner, simpler look, and
Yeah.
more,
Well, I'll show you a screen. I'll post a screenshot of what our new charting looks like. That's coming out Wednesday. It looks pretty phenomenal. The charts that you see on CoinMerge.io right now leave a lot to be desired, but these charts are a lot better. They have a really cool thing where you can like kind of jump to every different pool for a token. Here, I'll just take a screenshot of this. I'll just erase the URL. Not giving away.
Yeah, if you can drop it in the comment section under the latest post, would be nice.
Here we go. So yeah, like that's what our new charting looks like. This is kind of a little sample of what we got going on. But as you can see, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, right.
Like you can see
much
all
better, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, age is better. As everything that we're doing, it's finally getting to the place where we can start making it look pretty, where we can ensure its accuracy. And that's what kind of I'm getting at, is like all the big changes that we've been working on are coming to fruition now. And that's why we rebranded. It's why we changed the name, and it's why we're relaunching the token as well and bringing that value there.
I think I can understand what you guys are doing here. You're kind of like laying the foundations for all the utilities and then making them look pretty and all, up to date.
Yeah, exactly. We started with this entire platform is built in pure JavaScript, which is like as close to the metal as you can get when it comes to code. A lot of people use front frameworks like React or Angular, mostly just React in the crypto space, and they just grab a library and they grab stuff that looks good and just throw it in there. But we coded this all from scratch, and that gives us a lot more malleability and ability to change and advance this thing and change its functionality without breaking random stuff, because the libraries that are available from React are black box. So you can't actually see all the code that makes it all work. And then therefore you lose some amount of flexibility in changing things.
I think that's a good thing that you guys, you've written all the code yourself. So you have, like full control of everything. But I think it might like slow you down in the future just because you have to physically code everything yourself and build as you go up.
So,
but
I would say that it slowed us down in the past. But now that it's there and it's all built ourselves, now it's why it's speeding up all of a sudden. Because
I see what you mean.
Because it took us a long time to like cut the trees down, so to speak, and mill the lumber and put it into 2x4s as opposed to just going to the store and buying 2x4s. But that work was done on the upfront, and that's why it's taken a long time to get to where it's gotten to. And this is why all of a sudden you see that old charting system to the new charting system in like the flash of an eye. And it's like, okay, now, we've got our stuff together and we have really good designs. A big part of it too was prototyping it, just figuring out how would this thing work, how would it look, and getting our feedback from our investors as well as our team and as well as our developers to figure out what is the final UI and UX, which we laid out in a 28-page blueprint, which you can come to our main chat and kind of read if you feel so inclined.
I see what I mean. Yeah, I mean, right now I think with all the time making the 2x4s, now you can actually use the 2x4s to build a house, and that's kind of what you're building there.
Exactly. Yeah, so we're going to see really rapid development and really rapid optimization. It's time for the fun stuff, like the features, the optimization, making it a little faster here, like cleaning this up, cleaning the UX up. That stuff's all going to come really, really fast.
Yeah. No, I definitely like that. Yeah. Another question I've got is that I really like the kind of community lounge bit that you posted in the screenshot. How it's like, you can have the chart next to it, the trading tools next to it, and also, watching the community. I think it might be pretty beneficial for projects to actually, have their communities on CoinMerge as well.
They absolutely have. So, basically we've had dozens, especially really any token that's smaller than us in a big capacity has kind of wanted to get under our umbrella, of course, in some way. So basically they've come to the community lounge and said, hey, I've got this token. And it's just kind of like an investor group, like any of them, where people can come and promote their projects. And that's gotten a lot of projects to come create their own chat rooms here and utilize CoinMerge to try to market themselves and get attention for free. And that's been a big part of our global adoption in the DeFi space, because a lot of those tokens, whether they continue on or not, like they always view us as people that help them in some capacity. And, we just make a lot of impressions on people from that.
I see. Will you guys be offering like kind of incentives to have your community like on the CoinMerge chain the CoinMerge platform?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically in these early stages, we're just building it. But once we feel like it's market ready, which again, we said is like, truly market ready in July. Everything else you see now is beta, prototype, getting worked on. When it's truly market ready in July, we're going to be doing things like, for example, on our voting page, we have a weekly winner, and that weekly winner gets a banner ad for a week. They get a shout out. We're talking about doing things like investing $1,000 into that token if it meets certain like trading metrics. I mean, we're not just going to throw $1,000 at anything, but those kind of incentives to say like, hey, if I go to CoinMerge.io, I can actually move my token forward financially. The other thing that we're going to be doing is having like when we get our CoinMerge radio broadcasts, we're going to be having sponsored featured AMAs with giveaways to try to incentivize people to go there and listen and utilize our platform, things of that nature. And we've done other things before, like the most active community. We give them an AMA on Twitter Spaces. So we've got a lot of those grassroots strategies to try to incentivize people to use us instead of some of the other social media sites out there.
Yeah, I definitely like that a lot personally, to be honest. I think, by targeting, this is just my own personal opinion, by the way. I think by targeting the mainstream kind of, audience there, with different kind of platforms comes a different demographic, comes a different, style of trader. The vast majority, I'd say, of Telegram, like call channel communities, are either like well established traders that know how the decentralized finance side works. And these kind of traders tend to switch from coin to coin a lot of the time. But when you target a new audience that is new to this stuff, you can really build the loyalty with whatever token they're supporting on the platform. So I think it will definitely bring
people's first investment, right? Yeah. They hold that a lot longer than experienced traders.
Of course, and that's what projects want. They want, depending on the coin, obviously, it's all about longing it out and really seeing a long-term vision. And I think it's nice to offer an alternative platform as well, away from the kind of day traders of crypto over on Telegram, to have a more established community over there.
Right. Also, Telegram isn't built for crypto, right? So we can add tons of cool crypto features into our chat rooms, which we are doing, which is for example, if you want to have a whale chat, you just connect your wallet and it checks if you have enough tokens to get into the whale chat. Or if you want to do a giveaway, you just say, pick one of these random holders who bought this amount, because we have all the TXN data. So, it picks one random person who bought $50 of your token or whatever your giveaway was and rewards them with the reward. Or also giveaways on the AMAs. You can just have it pick someone randomly or something like that. So all these different crypto features that we can add in here, it's just a really limitless idea. And that's what we love about it, is that we're building it to scale and the concept itself can scale. And there's kind of never any end to how cool this thing could get, provided we can just keep going.
Of course. I mean, you're right as well. Telegram isn't built for crypto, but, it is kind of adopted. But the kind of features that you can implement, in your own platform is definitely pretty cool. Another question I've got, sorry, I know I'm, hammering you with questions, but
I'd like to add something to that. I forgot to mention one thing that we're doing, which is we are building this service where we're connecting the CoinMerge chat rooms with the Telegram and Discord. So if you're typing messages in any one of those three different platforms, you're seeing the messages and you're communicating with the people regardless of where you are. Because we know Telegram's, it's hard to get people to say, all right, I'm leaving Telegram. This is a highly, highly optimized, amazing platform. Or Discord is as well. So being able to not miss any information from those chat rooms while you're on CoinMerge, being able to see the Discord messages come in, see the Telegram messages come in, and then when you type a message, it gets shot out to those platforms as well, is a really cool idea that we have to connect all three.
I've never really seen that, be done on the Telegram side. I definitely have seen it on Discord because it's a lot easier to have, APIs on Discord as well. But I think that's definitely an interesting point if you guys can actually pull that off on the Telegram side of things as well.
Definitely
very interesting.
Yeah, bridging that. Anyway, what was your next question?
Yeah, so sorry, I know I'm having you with questions, but personally, I didn't know too much about CoinMerge myself, so it's kind of an AMA for me to learn as well. But you say that you have all of the transaction data, and you guys can kind of match the user to the transaction.
So we can't necessarily do that, and I'll tell you why. Because we don't. When someone connects their wallet, we're not like, oh, this account is associated with this wallet address. We don't save that in a database. So it's although we have transaction data. Yeah. So although we have transaction data for any given address on the blockchain just through a Web3 lookup, that doesn't mean we're necessarily connecting it to people's accounts. Now, we do have a spot on people's profile pages where they can post a receive address, a public receive address. So if they want to win a giveaway or people want to send them something, they can just use that address on their profile page to send. But yeah, we're not necessarily interested in, being big brother here.
Yeah. No, I definitely think that's an important, because my question was going to be how do you ensure that it's still anonymous between, the username and also the, executing wallet.
Yeah, the
But, because
primary, yeah, again, we just don't track. I mean, technically, I guess on someone's asset tracker, if they save different wallet addresses, I guess we could technically go look in that, but to see what
it's not like
wallets they have
something you
saved in there.
store
But there's,
yourself.
yeah, but there's no guarantee that the wallet that they saved in there is their wallet even. They could be tracking someone else's wallet through the asset tracker. So it's kind of just like, I don't know, it's just one of those things that doesn't interest us, like collecting that kind of data. Um, that being said, like, I mean, what if someone rug pulled, like a $2 million token and they happen to leave a breadcrumb on our site? Maybe we'd be interested in finding that person. But again, it's not something that we put any time, effort, or we can even really track that well. So not our interest.
Yeah, right. No, that's a good point. Definitely. Let's have a look here. Mike has kindly made me some notes as well. So, as CMOS is a registered company, how do you guys plan to make revenue, and what are your monetization strategies? I think that refers mostly to the website.
Yeah, mostly. I mean, the other part that we didn't talk about is the library and the selling of crypto data, Web3 data. I mean, I think I probably mentioned it earlier, but some of the biggest Web3 data companies are Anchor, Moralis, Alchemy. All these companies are worth hundreds of millions, or in some cases over $1 billion. And so selling crypto data is a big part of, and Web3 data is going to be a big part of our business model. And utilizing the CMOS platform as almost like a model or prototype of how people, other developers can use the data and kind of funnel those people to our data sales is a big part of our business model. Another kind of section of our enterprise, so to speak, is our advertising for other tokens. We're going to have things like featured chat room, like in the top left corner of your chat. It'll be like a gold bordered featured chat. So token can kind of pay to be promoted up there. They can pay to get banner ads. They can pay to get Twitter spaces with us, which has been really, really big. We get really good numbers on Twitter spaces. And I think that's a big part of why we're been able to partner with some of these bigger crypto names and get our name out there. When we have an NFT marketplace, there'll be a percent fee on those. It'll be less than OpenSea, but hey, it'll be there. Advertising in the newsfeed, in the social media newsfeed, to get kind of posts put up there. These are all, so there's many different elements of basically revenue for us. And you can read our white paper. It's got them all listed there as well as future ones. So I will mention, as terms of use case of the token, because we haven't talked about that, we really highly incentivize and basically try to convince people to pay us in CMOS token only. And we do that by giving them a discount on anything they're paying for us through it. And also what we do is whenever we get paid in CMOS token, we burn 25% of it. So that kind of is a big value use case to the token. It is our primary form of currency for any of the services we offer, from data sales to advertisement with us. And, adding that, burning a percentage of that is a good value case for why the valuation of the token might increase over time.
Okay, good stuff. Amazing. So by the selling of blockchain and crypto data, what does that kind of include?
So it includes basically a lot of the information you get from Etherscan or BSC scan APIs, CoinMarketCap APIs. And we also offer raw node access as well. So like, if you're a developer and you want to buy space on a node to put your own code to pull data from the blockchain, we will offer that as well. But the library will offer API endpoints for basically, over time, all the different crypto data you might need. So if you need price history, if you need wallet assets, if you need transaction receipts, like if you need like just regular price, pooled Ethereum of something, market cap, total number of TXNs, total number of buys or sells that you can kind of arrange in any date range. We're going to curate all this data and aggregate it and offer it, and it's going to be faster delivery than BitQuery, which has like a 5-minute delay because they pull all the data and then they there's a delay on that data where there won't be on ours. You can get live chart data, historical chart data, chart like embed codes. We're going to sell also the bots that combine the Telegram and Discord together, and also the CoinMerge chat if people are interested. But we don't necessarily expect everyone to be with that part of it. So yeah, those are just some of the things. There's a complete list on our white paper of all the data API endpoints that we're going to be selling, but I'm sure we're going to be adding even more as time goes on.
Amazing. And how does the revenue kind of tie into the token itself, and how's that going to,
Yeah, I'll reiterate.
Value?
Like I said, we for anyone that pays us, we offer a discount on those prices, a pretty heavy discount, if they pay in CMOS token. So technically, in order to not be security, we have to accept multiple payment methods. We can't just accept CMOS token. But yeah, we basically say, hey, you get a huge discount if you pay us in CMOS token. Oh, and by the way, please pay us in CMOS token, so we prefer it. And we then burn 25% of whatever they pay in that CMOS token. We just throw it into a burn wallet. So, okay, a company buys $1,000 worth, we burn $250 worth. We take the other $750 worth, which, we as a company are free to do with what we want. But there's no guarantee or necessity. If there's no necessity to sell those tokens, then we just won't. And we'll be doing random burn events, when our revenue vastly goes over our like monthly budget and stuff like that. Plus we have private funding from both angel investors as well as venture capitalists. So we don't really foresee needing to sell the token in any real capacity anytime soon. So yeah, basically that when people buy our services, the token gets burned is the long and short of it.
All right. Yeah, I like that. Definitely. Okay, so before we start our community questions and the Kahoot, if there's anything else you want to summarize, Funk, or anything else you want to mention and include, anything we've missed, please do go ahead. But just one more thing is from your personal opinion, I guess. What makes CMOS a very attractive long-term hold?
Well, I would say that
financial perspective.
Yeah, I think for one is our track record. The fact that we've had the tokens for basically 2 years. I'd be impressed if you can find anyone really that will FUD our business ethics when it comes to that, or say that we were greedy in any capacity. We just have like super bullish holders, and we always treat our holders, both our old ones and our new ones that are coming in, the right way. And that's what kind of has been able to continue to grow and hold our valuation and made people so bullish on us. Like I said, we've basically had some sort of mooning event where we reached really large market caps 3 times. And, we strongly believe that this Thursday will be the 4th. Of course, not promising anything, but it seems looking really, really good. And in addition to that longevity and that track record kind of shows that we aren't abandoning anyone. We're not stopping anytime soon. We're only ramping up and doubling and tripling our efforts. Again, also the partnerships with venture capitalists who, basically, we can't announce that quite yet, but basically, their analysts have seen value in especially the data side of our company, but also the CMOS side. And, they're financially in it. There's a lot of people who are heavily financially in it. So that there is some kind of safety in numbers there where there's a lot of high profile, big money and small money interests that want to see us succeed. So between that and our track record, I think it's a good example of why, we're not going to let you down or stop working for you guys.
Fantastic. Honestly, a very, very informative presentation from you, Funk. Thank you very, very much for all the information. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, sorry not feeling
well.
I appreciate your time.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, thankfully I've been okay over the last couple hours, but last couple of days I've not been too great.
Yeah,
But let's move
I've
on
done
to the.
AMAs when I'm sick.
I know, man. Well, let's move on to the community side of things. I got to pick one random listener, and then we'll get ready with our questions and Kahoot. So, Funk, I'm just going to keep scrolling here. Just let me know when to stop, and then whenever I land on, I'll win $25.
Okay, stop.
Okay, we got Supra GR. Congratulations. Definitely an interesting name. Supra. Not my favorite car, but definitely an iconic car. All right. Congratulations, Super GR, your GRS 891. Congratulations. I will have your prize sent to you today. See, if we were on CoinMerge right now, I'd just send it directly to your wallet. And I gotta message you for it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. It would just go right there, and then they would get a notification that says you received, and the notification bell. You
There you
received
go.
$25 worth of whatever.
One
It's
day,
pretty
hopefully,
sweet.
very soon, when that comes up, we'll definitely do some stuff on CoinMerge.
Sounds fun.
Okay, guys. So if you have any questions for Funk and the CoinMerge team, please drop them down below. Gonna have a look, see if there's any questions been dropped already. I think we've covered pretty much everything, but
Yeah,
just in case,
my voice is sore from talking, man.
great to
We
grab
have
some
I'm
water.
going on
Give you a couple minutes.
going on an AMA tour. I think I've got like 10 or 15 more in the next 3 days, so including Valentine's Day. Sad. I do want to mention we are relaunching this Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. UTC. So if you are interested, come join our Telegram and watch the fireworks with us because we think it's going to be a pretty hype launch. So
Is that the token migration then?
yeah, this is relaunching. Our old token name was CMerge. This one is CMOS. It comes with all this marketing, all this rebranding. It is a low price entry price compared to our all-time high. Like we said, it was 30x the price we're launching it at one point in time. So we think it's a good value case for new investors to get in. Technically under price of what most of the other investors got in at. So we're pretty excited about the relaunch here.
Amazing. And I heard that it's going to be a zero tax token, if that's correct.
Yep, it's zero tax. So feel free to swing trade or do those types of things.
And is it going to be on? Is it going to be on BSC or?
It's on Ethereum network. We went with Ethereum
Fantastic.
primarily because we're an American company, and I don't know. Everyone's like, I'm worried our government is gonna like flood Binance or something like that. They're trying.
Yeah.
The whole BUSD thing, right?
So yeah, some pretty bad news came out today, unfortunately, but we'll see how that plays out, I guess. Definitely better to be on Ethereum right now than to be on Binance.
Well, I will say that
BNB
we love both blockchains, and our platform currently supports both blockchains, and we're going to be adding about 6 or 7 other blockchains to it this year. So we do still love Binance, and in a lot of ways, it's a better blockchain. But in half of the United States, it's like impossible to even get Binance tokens. So that's why we kind of had to go with ETH.
That's the unfortunate part of having a token linked to what's it called? To a centralized exchange. I think BNB took like a 10% toll today, went from like 310 to now at 280.
280.
So
yeah, man,
that's crazy. I woke up and my portfolio was just dusted, so not too great. But oh no, I think BNB hit 337 today. That's impressive.
337.
It was at 337.
Oh wow, and it's at 289 now.
Wow. Yeah. Because I remember I woke up and I checked it and I was like, why is BNB, so high? Like it's pumping for some reason. And then now
it's sad. I mean, I ended up stabling a fair bit of money like about a week ago, thankfully. So I'm trying to avoid
lucky for you,
I know I'm trying to avoid just getting pulled down here, but things were looking so bullish, right? It was like, oh, is this gonna? Everyone's saying it's gonna moon, and then that's the bull trap, though. So best of
There
luck,
you go.
best of luck to all investors out there, and stay safe.
Exit liquidity. That's all it was today.
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, let's get to some questions. So Jake asks, many users, sorry, many users are starting to learn about cryptocurrencies and don't know how to start. How do you help these new and inexperienced users to invest in your platform?
I think it
Excellent
becomes
question.
really, really easy. Of course, we're going to add when we get our kind of wallet up and running in there. You'll be able to just pull funds from a credit card. Tons of sites have that. Right it to buy ETH and BNB. So for a new investor to come to one place, just buy ETH directly to their wallet through their credit card, or BNB for that matter, and then just be able to go to the project pages and pick one of the projects on there and just click swap, and then the swap modal comes up there, and they're able to just buy their DeFi token right from their bank to the DeFi token in a half hour or less even. And then in addition to that, the entire education section that we're going to be building that will inform them of what all these crypto terms mean and things like that. I think we have a tremendous opportunity to bridge the gap. And then, by the way, they can just go look at their charts right there. So, and communicate with that community and ask questions of that community all in the same place. I think that's a good way to help get them in.
Fantastic. I think it will be definitely beneficial if you guys have like kind of like an academy or something like that. I'm not too sure, but just to educate people on crypto, similar to what I'm doing currently. But
well, yeah, and we were thinking about even when you sign up for the first time, it says, "Are you new to crypto?" And then a video just pops up, and then right on site, it's like, "Here's how to use this platform to get your first DeFi investment," or whatever. So
yeah,
we can
exactly.
build that in over time.
So Grace asks, will there be a payment service to promote coins on CoinMerge to the top or trending, or will it be organic or manual?
It's already organic. So we have on there, if you go to coinmerge.io/projects, we have top gainers, we have upcoming launches, and we have newly listed, and all that's free. There's no way to pay to make that happen unless you literally buy so much of your token that it's a top gainer. So yeah, we have those three, and then our newsfeed at the top does have a side-scrolling trending feature across it, and we haven't come up with our trending algorithm yet, but it is on the short-term roadmap. So it will be not paid. It'll be organic. But we want to put some weight towards not just having like the big tokens on there. We want to let smaller tokens get a chance to be on those trending lists, because that's what makes their communities excited and what pulls people, over to us. So.
Fantastic, good stuff. I've seemed to have lost the. Okay, Telegram's bugging out. Here we go. All right. Okay, this is actually a really good question. Bill asks, what if there is a change in the policy in the partnerships that you have? How does that impact the utility you might have added based on the services of those third-party providers?
There are no third-party providers on our site. It's all us, pretty much. Now, we have links to partners here and there. Like, for example, if you go to our trade page, we have a link to Gnosis because it's the best resource for multi-signature wallet, let's be honest. But if something happened to them, we would just remove it from the site. It's just an external link. So everything that we have built in here is ours. Now, if he's referring to in the future when we have third-party developer kits that want to build their own apps into our platform, those would have to go through some heavy, not only looking at the code to make sure it's something that's worth happening, but they'd present a business proposition to us and also have to pay us to build their app into our site. So we obviously would do KYC and things of that nature. And we'd also want to make sure that if they did kind of abandon it, well, then we would remove it or take it over as our own if we felt it was worthwhile. So Yeah, there's no third-party code on our site at all. It's all built from scratch, all ours.
Excellent. Yeah, it's nice that you guys don't rely on like another service or something. So,
Yeah, no.
I mean, I know there's like some, I think some exchange or something like temporarily went down because the mobile phone like SMS system they were using, their third party provider for the SMS verification codes just like broke. So users
Yeah.
couldn't log in with DYOR or anything, and it was terrible for a long time. I'm glad that you guys are all in-house and everything's built.
Yeah, technically we do use Google Firebase for that, so Google would have to be down, but I trust Google will be a fair company
Yeah,
to get under their umbrella.
of course. Oh, Zoo has a question on VC. Let's have a look. Okay, Zoo, I'm going to unmute you. Feel free to ask away. Zoo?
Hello, Alan. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Hello, Funk. How you doing today?
Hey, good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I've been listening to the presentation for quite some time now, and it's really a great presentation. And I do appreciate you guys for coming here into an AMA, to share your project with us and all what it's all about. That's really great, man. So I don't really know if I can go ahead with my question.
Hey, go ahead.
Okay, so I got some couple of questions for you, some couple of questions. So I just wanted to clarify something. Can customers be able, will they have the ability to place advertisements that will be posted on both individuals, users, and projects, or influencers, or let me say social media timelines?
So you're asking if you as a user can post on other on projects timelines, influencers timelines. Yeah, I mean, think of it like a little bit like Twitter in that capacity. Like you can't go to the official, I don't know, Volt Inu or I don't know, Squid Grow or some big token and just be right on their timeline like Facebook. But like you can definitely comment under their posts on their timeline as a comment. So similar functionality to Twitter in that capacity, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, that's amazing. And also, I also want to know if users will be able to buy some kind of specialized badges and gift them to other users or projects.
Yep, absolutely. We have a cool badge system that we're building, and basically we're going to connect it to our NFT marketplace. So you can kind of gift someone a badge that you buy from the NFT marketplace, and they'll actually get that NFT sent to it with them. So it's kind of like Reddit in that capacity, but with like this cool NFT Web3 vibe to it.
Okay, so you mean that those badges will be stored forever with that project and have a variety of use cases across the platform, right?
Yeah, if we add use cases to the badges, sure. But in a short-term capacity, they're just cool badges that you can have and gift to other people. And maybe we'll be able to make them redeemable for some monetary value or something like that back or something in the future to make it, even more important if people want to do that.
Okay. I do really appreciate that. And that was just what I wanted to clarify about the project. Yeah. I've been kind of interested in this project. So wanted to know more about the project before I decide to grab some bags. But I really do appreciate that. And thank you for clarifying my question. Also, Alan, thanks for the
Thank you.
great opportunity, brother. I really do appreciate it.
Hey, yeah, thank you as well.
Man. Good to have you on.
Good questions. I like those questions.
Okay, nice. So let's have a look. Anyone else want to ask a question on VC? Pop your hands up. More than welcome to. Let's have a look. Okay, Mikey, I hope I said your name properly. Have you thought about integrating or adding a refer to earn program to the project where holders can recruit either more projects or users to use the platform and then earn some rewards for referring others? I think this might be a game changer for the project, and it was sorry, try that again. I believe this might be a game changer for the project as it will create more organic exposure.
Sorry, can you repeat the first part of that too?
So I think the main question is: have you thought about adding like a refer to earn program so people can?
Like yeah, we have been doing like kind of like a chat to earn to get people to chat, but we would have to make a referral code and come up with that system, as I already kind of mentioned. As I kind of already mentioned, we've taken on so much, so there's only so much that we can do in a short amount of time. But like I said, the growth potential is limitless. And I'd also say that before we start to financially incentivize a referral program, we want to make sure the platform is market ready, which it's not. If you go to CoinMerge.io, in our opinion, that's not market ready. It is an amazing prototype and a fun site to go use right now. It's fun. It's cool. It's like, oh, this is neat. This is cool. You can do this here. You can vote. It gets use, but it's still not, in our mind, fully market ready with the new designs, the final UI and UX of what CMOS truly is. And it will be in July. And so, yeah, in July, that would be a great idea to do that. Thanks for the suggestion.
Amazing. So we've got Jude here that's popped his hand up. He'd like to ask a question. So Jude, feel free to ask away. Jude, my friend, you are unmuted. Okay, looks like Jude is a little bit. Oh,
Yeah,
there
hi
he is.
guys.
Hey Jude, how you
Okay,
doing?
yeah, I'm doing great. What's up, CoinMerge team? Okay, yeah, so going straight to my question is firstly, before I get right into it, it's gonna be the reason why you guys decided to, rebrand and why relaunch as well, seeing that you guys have been existing for a while, as well as do you have an already established name you choose to rebrand under? Yeah, that's the first question.
So it's a question on our rebranding, why we decided to rebrand? Because we already had an established name? Is that what? Well, I just want to mention that the rebranding is the rebranding of the product and the logo. The name CoinMerge Technologies Incorporated, it's a C Corp in Texas, is still the same name. So it's not a full entire, like, we're changing everything about us. We're just changing the name of our token to CMOS, CoinMerge Operating System, and the name of our product, because before we considered it a social-fi platform, but it's a lot more than social media platform. It's more of like a system that can have dozens of different crypto tools, whatever those may be, whether they be social or database or trading based. So that's kind of why we made that decision to rebrand.
Okay, got it. So right into my other question now. It's gonna be about, I saw that you guys initially planned to, create a sort of chat room like Telegram and stuff, whereby, Discord channels can as well host calls over there. And was actually thinking if that feature is actually going live right now, if users are already making use of it, as well as what would it take for people to hop on board? Is it free or cost anything?
CoinMerge is completely, entirely free. It'll always be free. All the major social media platforms use the free to play model. So I will mention that the chat rooms are live right now. The voice chats is being worked on. It's not live right now. If you look at our roadmap, you'll see when the voice chat element of it is. But yeah, all the different token chat rooms, the community lounge, you can go chat with people. There's private groups people make. You can make your own group. You can DM people. All those things are live now on CoinMerge.io. But the chat room overhauls is happening towards the 28th, which will be a lot cleaner code. It's going to make the whole site faster, more optimized. The messages are going to come in quicker. It's going to be a cleaner experience, and it's going to have more features as well. So look forward to the upgrade to the chats the 28th.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds. My last question, before I hop off, is about an incentive I find quite interesting, which is, not everyone actually have, some funds to put in projects, people in poorer countries, and they want to, seeing that the project is indeed at this early age, they want to buy in and all, but don't have funds. I was actually thinking if there was a referral program or you plan on setting that up so people can have tokens for just inviting friends, and on every purchase there is a percentage to them. I feel that's a nice incentive, and would like your thoughts on that.
Trying to understand your question. I don't know if you heard it, CryptoFrog's host.
Sorry, what was the question?
Alan, I don't know if you heard. Yeah, you might just have to summarize it a little shorter because I didn't fully understand.
Okay, I was saying, do you plan on actually having
a referral program?
I think that was his question about the referral.
Yeah, we just answered that. Yeah, we could do that when the platform is market ready, which is in July-ish, truly kind of optimized and perfected.
Okay, I missed that, but if you are having a referral program, I feel it's great for, investors who don't have funds to invest. So yeah, thanks Alan for the opportunity, and yeah, wish you guys the best of luck.
Okay, thank you very much.
It's fantastic. All right, we won't be able to go through all of the questions, unfortunately, just for the sake of time. I don't want to have you guys hold back for too long. But one more question we'll go through. Let's have a look. I think this is interesting. So CC asks, how would you control the gas fees for holders of your token in other exchanges? The question just disappeared.
Yeah.
Other when Telegram bugs out. Okay, sorry. How would you control the gas fees for holders of your own token in other exchanges that has higher gas fees? I don't really understand this question, to be honest.
Well, I will say that as a zero tax token, we have basically the lowest gas fee you can get on the Ethereum blockchain. We hate gas fees, and we love the BSC blockchain for that very reason. But, we did go zero tax because it is the cheapest in that capacity. So, if it's good enough for Shiba Inu and it's good enough for, the top Ethereum tokens, it's good enough for us, in our opinion.
We'll take one more question. I quite like this one. Mikey has another question saying, have the team ever thought about bots? What are the team's plans and strategies to attract or gain organic and real users? As everyone will say the platform will be easily botted, are there any prevention methods that are being put in place to prevent fake or bot accounts from signing up on the platform? Excellent question.
Yeah. So first of all, we did make a yeet panel, as I call it. Actually, its official name. So I can yeet fake users. We check as new users come in, we check emails and things of that nature. Of course, it's not scalable. We haven't been botted because we have a CAPTCHA as well as an email verification. So people would have to custom make a bot to get through our, CAPTCHA as well as email verification, which I suppose could be done. We are also going to add a IP address check so that people can't make multiple accounts from the same IP address. Of course, there's VPNs. And if we get so adopted in the future, where the demand to sign up is so strong that people don't care, they'll put whatever in, then we would maybe do an SMS or two-factor authentication for signing up as well. We have been ahead of the fake accounts and bots, and we really pride ourselves in displaying an actual user count number, because I can't tell you how many of these sites are like, there's 200,000 people on our waiting list to join our platform. And it's like, no, there's not. So we don't lie, and we really pride ourselves in not lying. And we pride ourselves in bot prevention early, because we saw it nearly costed Elon Musk $55 or Twitter $55 billion, that issue right there. So it's important to us.
Yeah, we've definitely seen with Twitter and Elon Musk how he's been exterminating all them bots. So glad to see that you guys are also keeping in check with that as well. Okay, guys. Well, thank you all for your amazing questions. I think it's time to move on to our final part of the AMA, the Kahoot. So, as usual, if you are new here, Kahoot is a platform that we use to host trivias for you guys during AMAs. The more questions you answer correctly in the fastest time possible, the more points you get. The more points, the higher up on the leaderboard, and first place, second place, and third place will be winning some prizes. So it's kind of a way to reward you guys for being attentive and listening up. So we all value your time. So head over to www.kahoot.it and type in this game pin, or alternatively, I will copy this link and post it over on Twitter for you guys to just click if you're a bit lazy. So join our coin here. We quite enjoy playing our Kahoots over here on the channel. Gives people a little way to play against each other. Not sure if you've heard about Kahoot yourself, Funk.
No, I haven't. It's I've definitely heard of Kahoot. I forgot that I was like a classroom teacher too. I was in a couple classrooms that used that.
Yes, and it's something that I used to use in secondary school. So
yeah, exactly. It was being used in education. I remember that.
It's great fun. All right, so if you guys want to join up, make sure to join with your Telegram username, the actual @ just like these guys. So Isra and Aaron, you gotta leave and join back with your actual Telegram username, so I can actually give you your prize if you win. Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are doing absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And I gotta actually hop off on here because I have another AMA to go to as well. So
fantastic. Well, it's been a fantastic pleasure. Been a fantastic pleasure here, man.
Yeah, you're a great AMA host, so I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to me. I know we host dozens and dozens of tokens on Twitter as well, so I know how it is, man, and I appreciate you putting that effort in for us.
It's all good, man. I have my fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll catch you guys later, and thanks to all the listeners here as well.
Fantastic. All right, guys. Well, take care, and we'll check in with you guys sometime soon. Yeah.
Yep. We'll follow back soon. See you guys later.
Fantastic. Take care. All right, guys. That was a team of CoinMerge. Definitely a lot of information there. Huge project. It's not one of your average BSC degens. Yeah, those guys are basically taking on competitors there. Some huge competition. But yeah, they're doing great. So yeah, head over to Kahoot, type in the game pin, or go Twitter and join through that link. Posted it down below as well. Gotta put away my meshes. Had McDonald's for breakfast at 9 p.m. Can you imagine that? That's how busy we've been here at CryptoFrog's. Absolutely crazy. How many projects we working? How much stuff is going down? Amazing. But being busy is a good thing because it always means we got something to do, something to work on, something to expand on. Sucks to see the market dipping today, though. Honestly, I was very happy. I woke up to BNB at like 340. BNB at 340 and Ethereum was like 1600, and then I go back to sleep, I take a nap, and then I wake up and suddenly the market has just taken a shit. So primarily BNB as well because of the Paxos stuff and the BUSD. But hopefully they can rectify that and fix it again. and see what happens with the SEC. All right, I'm going to give you guys 5 more. No, I'll give you 20 seconds. 20 seconds to join up. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are starting. So Mike has prepared us a couple questions here about CoinMerge. Important to know, I didn't make these questions myself, and I don't know the answers either, so I'm going to be playing along with you guys. But question 1, true or false? CoinMerge Technologies is a registered corporation out of Texas, US, first established in July of 2021. Pretty sure you guys know the answer to this. I mean, I do. Even though I haven't looked through these questions and answers, but I'm pretty sure you know this. And of course, the answer is true. Yep, these guys are a registered company. They actually have their own, organization company thing, and fully legitimized, fully incorporated. Amazing. First place, we got Grace. Second, we got Need Beans, and B Miller. Third, good stuff. Wow, Grace straight away got that. 1,000 points. I've never ever seen that before. Never ever seen that before. Wow. On to question 2. What would be the best response to someone if they ask what CoinMerge technology is? Crypto launchpad service, a diverse Web3 utility company, Web3 company that merges coins, or a crypto GameFi company? I think 1 is a very obvious answer here. Of course, the correct answer is a diverse Web3 utility company. We've talked a lot about them, and there are 12 different things they're working on currently. 12 different services and utilities coming out very soon. The leaderboard changes with Crippy Poos in first, Need Beans still in second, and Lost Raven ETH in third. Good stuff. On to question 3. How many different free utilities has CMOS created that users can utilize within their platform? I'm pretty sure I just mentioned the number, like literally 20 seconds ago. So this should be a no-brainer for you guys. I have a bottle of water. Of course, the correct answer is 12. 12 different utilities. 12. The correct answer is 12, and 12 of you got it right. So I think that means something. Look at the leaderboard. Not too much happening. What are the primary ones? Not sure what the question is here, but I'm guessing what Mike was meant to say was, what are the primary utilities of CoinMerge? I'm pretty sure this is all of them. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's all of them. Yeah. Okay, sorry for the very obscure question, guys. Really sorry. I'll let Mike know. But yeah, hopefully you guys got that right. 14 of you. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Nothing changes, just points. On to question 5. What are CoinMerge's monetization strategies? What are their business models? How are they going to be making money? How will CoinMerge make money? Got 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and the correct answer once again is all of the above. These guys are doing so much. Featured charts, profile, project verification, NFT marketplaces, swap fees, ads and banner ads. Data licensing. Oh my lord. Too much. Too much to handle. And Pickering's making an appearance on the leaderboard. Halfway through question 6. CMOS is currently focusing on branding and global marketing. True or false? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it is correct. It is true. Wow, all of you guys got this right. Shows that you guys are really listening up. Excellent. All right. Question 7. When does CoinMerge's token go live? You guys should definitely know this. This was mentioned several times. I'm going to give you a hint. It's between February 16th and February 15th. One of the two. And it's February 16th. Tell you what, guys. Apparently, Shibarium, whatever that is launching tomorrow, supposedly. You know, the Shiba network as well. So keep an eye out on that. Question 8. What will CMOS's starting market cap and LP look like? 2.5 million and 140 ETH, 1.5 million and 100 ETH, 2 million and 120 ETH, or 3 million and 160 ETH. I know this was briefly covered. I asked this question myself actually, and the correct answer is 2 million. So the starting market cap will be 2 million with 120 ETH in liquidity. Crazy. Wow, leaderboard changes quickly. Lost Raven in second, Pickering's in third, and Mr. X Mister in fourth. Another appearance being made. Let's have a look at the penultimate question. What will CMOS's buy and sell taxes be? Easy question. Easy question. You guys should know this, 100%. It's kind of the whole point of their relaunch. What's it going to be? 5, 5, 2, 3, 3, 2, or 0, 0? Obviously, the correct answer is 0, 0. I thought you guys would know this. Most of you getting it right, but I can't believe that 7 of you thought it was 5 and 5. Well, they're relaunching on Thursday, I believe, on the 16th of February, and they're relaunching with 0, 0 taxes, so not a single bit of tax. CMOS already has 2 audits and KYC verifications completed. We didn't go over this in the AMA, but I wonder if you guys looked at the project yourself, because you would know the answer to this. You would know. Correct answer is true. Wow, only one person got it wrong. Yeah, these guys are audited and KYC'd by 2 separate companies. So, super safe stuff. On to the last question. So it's not really a question that's counted towards a score, but do you guys actually like CoinMerge and all the different utilities they have to offer? Just a feedback. So, are you going to check out their utilities? Are you going to swing trade? Do you think it's too early? Or are you just going to track them for them? Just an opinion. Okay, good stuff. So 67% of you guys think you're going to check it out. 14% think it's too early. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, good to get some feedback from you guys. So let's have a look at the final podium. In third place, we have Pickering's. Congratulations. In second place, we have Lost Raven. Congratulations. And in first place, we have Crippy Poos. Congratulations, everyone. Congrats. Very well played. I will take a screenshot of your usernames and send you your prizes very shortly. Excellent stuff. All right, guys. Thank you all for coming to this AMA. If you have any questions for me, make sure to drop them below or DM me. My DMs are open. It might be a bit slow, but my DMs are always open. Congratulations, everyone. As always, well, not as always, we'll be uploading our AMA recording to YouTube. So if you guys missed it or you came late and you want to rewind and listen up to the first bit, you can always head over there and watch it. It'll be up very, very shortly after this AMA. But for now, it's been a pleasure to have you guys all on. And yeah, I will check in with you guys very, very soon. I think we've got another AMA planned for tomorrow, which is excellent. Very excited for that. And yeah, I should see you guys very, very soon. Thank you guys all for playing. Thank you guys all for listening. And yeah, all right. Take care, guys. See ya.